Students at one public college in Florida are filing a lawsuit against Valencia College because they claim that as part of the program, they were forced to perform transvaginal ultrasounds on one another. Now, transvaginal ultrasounds are pretty invasive because it involves probing someone's vagina. And again, this was allegedly part of their program and forced upon them. The alleged practice came to light after 3 students who say they quit the school's sonography program due to the mandatory probes sued the school in federal court. Although the trial judge dismissed their suit, a federal appeals court reinstated it. Now, it's important to understand that this is not a group of women who would be probing one another, which, by the way, is still pretty terrible, and you shouldn't be in favor of that or in favor of forcing that. Apparently, one of the students who would perform this procedure on his classmates was male.
So look, some of you might find the idea of women probing one another wonderful, but that is voluntary. This is involuntary. And so whether it's a male or a female, you can't be like, okay, I volunteered you to have your vagina probed. Go ahead. Okay, now look, at least it's a sonography program. It's not like random, like art history and like, no, bring out the probes.
No, yeah.
Right, okay, but number one, you don't have to do it to yourself in order to be able to perform it on other people. That's just a thing they made up. That's not a real thing, okay? And number two, you certainly can't force it on people. Now, to be fair to this program, it's not really very fair because as you're going to see, it's damning with faint praise. Recently, Republicans wanted to do this for anyone wanting to have an abortion. Yeah. So they were going to do involuntary vaginal probes. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I find that unconscionable. But there is a major party in America that represents almost half the population who thought, brilliant idea, let's force this on people.
This is crazy, right? And the reason why Republicans wanted to do that is because they wanted to make the whole process of getting an abortion even more uncomfortable than it already is to kind of discourage women from doing it. But yeah, it's super invasive, and I just can't imagine being part of any academic program where you're forced to show your cooter to your classmates. Like, I mean, it's unacceptable.
It's in the syllabus. Later, we will be showing our cooters to one another, and then the vaginal probe.
I mean, come on. Okay, and by the way, look, this is a lawsuit that was sued. So these allegations were mentioned in the suit. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're 100% true, and I want to be clear about that, okay? But according to the lawsuit, the students who protested were told to find another school, threatened with lower grades, and told that they would be blacklisted at nearby hospitals. One student even alleged that she had a panic attack as a result of all of this. Yeah. By the way, happened in Florida. I just wanted to get that out there.
Of course! Valencia College in Florida, of course. So, look, you keep saying alleged, and yes, sure, of course. They're going to have to go to court and find out if that's true. It's a hell of a thing to make up. So what a weird thing to make up.
It is,
right? I mean, like, oh, I was in calculus class, and then the teacher decided, like, what? Okay, but all right, let's hear them out on this. But if they prove that it happened, the person in charge is a perv. It's not because they think, no, this will really help them, and what's the matter with them? I'm just trying to help them. And they come out, no. Now you don't have, this doesn't make any sense. Mm-hmm. The person who says, no, we must see your vagina in class and then I must see it penetrated by males and females alike is not doing it for scientific reasons. There's a lot of other ways to do this if you cared about science. This is PERV 101.
Besides which, there's a number of, conservative students who might, not want to lose their virginity before they get married.
Oh, great point.
And are you gonna do that to them? You're gonna,
And what happened, conservatives? I thought this was like, playing with your cooter was like totally unacceptable.
By the way,
they're not married.
We don't know if it's conservatives that are forcing this ultrasound thing.
But we do know it was Republicans who wanted to force ultrasound on all women who wanted to get abortions.
That's right. Okay. Yes.
And we do know conservatives are generally pervs.
Because you're never a perv, right?
Me? No, never.
No history of being a perv on the show whatsoever.
Okay, in the postgame, I will remind you of the human sexuality class that I took when I was in undergrad and how we were forced to watch porn together. And almost every kind of porn. And then the class reaction was bananas. I still love that story. So tytnetwork.com/join to hear that story. There's so much more Young Turks content if you're a member. Great shows like Aggressive Progressives, Old School, you'll get post games, all ad-free, plus the whole 2-hour show. I know what you're thinking.
This is huge.
And it kind of is. So come join us. tytnetwork.com/join.